The previous mayor is in jail for embezzlement.
Oh, wow.
And he said, so the town was in chaos. And his first week in office, he says, I set it up, and he said I had like 300 appointments in the first 2 weeks. People, just this barrage of people.
Okay.
And he said after the first 3 people, he said, they're coming in and their guns blazing. Just here's what's wrong with our city. And he told his secretary, he said, give me 5 minutes. He said, I got behind my desk and I'm just praying for help. And he says, I believe this was divine, because what happened next? And I'm like, what happened next? And he said, I'd have him come in, sit across the desk. I'm Mayor Shaheen. Nice to meet you. And he said, but I need you to do a favor. I can't wait to hear what you want to share with me, but I need you to do me a favor. I need you to point at me while you're telling me whatever it is you want to tell me. And I'm like, okay. And he said, some people would drop their hands. He goes, no, I need you to keep pointing. And some people just about came across the desk and they're just going at him. And he says, okay. And he says, is there any other details you want to share with me? And they'd say, no, I think that's it. And he'd say this. He says, you know what? You may find this hard to believe, but I'm really aware of a lot of the problems. Not the details you are on that one, but a lot of the problems. I know the problems. He says, but what I lack are solutions. So I need to ask you a question. How many of your fingers are pointing back at you? And they'd look and just go, well, 3. And he goes, so here's what I need you to do. He says, I need you to come back this exact day, exact time next week. And I need you to bring me 3 solutions. And I want you to tell me which solution you think is the best solution.
Ooh, that's good.
And what we need to do about it.
Ooh, I like that.
And I said, well, how'd that work out? You want to take a guess how many people came back the next week?
How many?
Take a guess. Wild guess. 300 people came
300
through.
people. 25 people came back. One person. Wow.
One, is that not a reflection of our society?
So easy to tell people what the problems are.
I mean, that's our society. Everybody's screaming and nobody's listening. And it's like, here's what the problem is, but what's the solution? But I was like, dude, what happened with the one?
Yeah. I was curious. You're now assistant to me. What is that? You get a job. You're now hired.
He said, what do you got? And she said, well, Mayor, there's 3 options. And I'm going to tell you that this is the best one of them. And he says, well, what do we need to do? She goes, well, you know what? I think I got it handled. I'll let you know if I need any help. And I said, well, how'd that go? He said, radically changed an entire part of our city.
Wow.
She just went. She just needed somebody to go get it.
Golly.
Empowered.